has shown that New Zealand top the most countries in the world in terms of safety or safe living. I think this will be attributed to the way the COVID-19 was handled compared to most countries of the world. New Zealand really led the world in the management of COVID-19, and kudos to our great Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, who is a role model to all of us here in New Zealand. In a recent survey that was carried out by US News magazine, Canada was, although rated one of the best countries to live in terms of growth by GDP and safety. Australia topped number 6 in the world and the number 5 position in the safest country to live in. New Zealand again top number 10 in the world, and then number 7 safest place in the world to live in. Sweden, Finland, Germany rated number 10 in that range. What I'm going to be emphasizing on in this video is migration to Australia and New Zealand. So I'll continue to tell you that the best time to travel is now, and stop procrastinating, stop dilly-dallying, just take that bold step and you'll be surprised that it's always greener. Though there is an adage that said people think it's greener in the other side of the fence, but it could be greener, if you take that risk. It's risky and challenging, but ever rewarding experience to travel. If you look at the risk that is involved, you never want to travel, but I tell you that it's a good venture if you are bold enough to take the bull by the horn. I'll be talking about places that you might want traveling to when you get to Australia. I'll be taking you to Sydney Harbour Bridge. Sydney Harbour Bridge is one of the famous bridges in the world, and it's kind of center for attraction. People travel all around the world to come to this bridge, to come and see. It's really awesome, and it's located in New South Wales, that is Sydney. Also, we have the Sydney Opera House. Sydney Opera House is another big tourist attractive center. It's a large attractive center that also attracted people all over the world, and it's really fascinating. And I've never seen that kind of a building in my life in the whole world. I'll talk about the Royal Botanic Garden. Royal Botanic Garden is another interesting tourist center in Australia. We talk about National Gallery of Victoria, and we talk about the 12 Apostles. All these places are areas you will not like to miss once you visit Australia. You see the workers that are working there. You see they are so courteous, they are so caring, they are kind, they are respectful, they do their job, and they will want you to always, at the end of the day, you're given a paper to rate how you think you've been taken care of, to rate the things you've seen, to rate the money you've paid for all these things. And at the end of the day, you get feedback through email, through phone call. There are lots of activities that you can engage in. Even when you go with families, you discover that there are lots of things your kids can involve in. There are long-lasting relationships your kids can make once they get there. Even you as a parent, you see people from all spheres of life, and it's really rewarding to visit such places if you can make it. And remember, life is just too short. You don't know. You just make use of it while you live. So it's all about experiences, journeying here and there, and that is all what makes up of life. It's not about all the mansions you have, the cars you have. It's a wee bit of life that you enjoy when you were alive, and the life you've also impacted when you are alive. These are what I believe are the things that really make you a fulfilled person in life. New Zealand has lots of tourist attraction center or attractive center to say. We talk about the Sky Tower in Auckland. This is one of the world's biggest tower. Once you're in that tower, you are seeing the whole world. It's so amazing. It's so fascinating. I went there, and I'm also planning again to go there. So just don't forget to ask for the Sky Tower in Auckland once you get to New Zealand. The Museum of New Zealand is another interesting place that you would like to visit. You see ancient craft work, you see ancient things, see things that is of international standard. To say you're gonna see a lot of things that you can even see in parts of Europe, in other parts of the world. These are things or galleries that have been put together back in the 18th and the 19th century. So we'll talk about the Lake Tekapo. Lake Tekapo, we recently visited Lake Tekapo, and again, it's interesting because it's located in a small island, just less than about 500 people living there. So the experience is also rewarding because you'll be transported by a helicopter from one part of the town to the other, and you see amazing things that you can never think of. I hope you give it a try once you get to this country. I've enjoyed traveling in my life. I love to travel, but Nigeria, where I came from, is so, anytime you are traveling, you need to be praying and to fast because the roads are terrible. The drivers are intoxicated most of the time with substances, so they don't really care. You just be asking yourself, these drivers, are they having two heads somewhere that once it's gone, they take the other one and pick and look at it? But here it's very safe to travel because everybody is subjected to drug tests. You have to be tested at random to see that you are not under the influence of alcohol or drugs. So you see, if you like traveling, when you're in Africa, I bet you once you get to this country, Australia, New Zealand, well, half of your resources will be going for traveling because you enjoy it. It's safe, the roads are excellent, everything is being prepared and good for you to go. So hope to see you. Thank you.